All right, so I do believe that I had a little bit of a technical difficulty with the last couple of broadcasts here, so I'm trying to, hopefully this will work out and you can hear this. We're into chapter 3. We started it yesterday in the book Blue Mind, which you hopefully by now more than familiar with, since we're in chapter 3. If you are just joining in to the book club, feel free to start in chapter 3 and circle back, or just read and catch up. Get the foreword and the preface under your belt in chapter 1 and 2, and hop in and join with us. I just want to share a little bit of chapter 3. I like reading little bits of this book as we go, and chapter 3 is about the water premium. And I started the chapter with a quote from Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys that says, "On the beach, you can live in bliss." And that can be any beach. That can be the beach of a river, the beach of a lake, the beach of an ocean or a bay. Any kind of waterfront does indeed provides us with bliss. In 2003, when our daughter Grace was only 18 months old, my wife Dana and I took her on a 112-day trek, 1,200 miles on foot, along the coastal trail from Oregon to Mexico. While her memories are certainly faint, she still talks about that trip. And I can see how it has shaped her connection to nature and deepened our father-daughter bond. As we walked the beach, the three of us would pass moms and dads of all creeds and colors, chasing laughing toddlers down the sand. Young men and women, wet-suited and long-haired, eagerly carrying boards into the waves. Hale and hearty elders leaning forward, striding against the wind. 30-somethings walking different breeds of dog, watching as their pets occasionally dashed into the surf and then came running back. Kids of all ages beachcombing or running in and out of the ocean, squealing at the cold waves, splashing their friends. I strolled quietly behind fishers in sweatshirts, standing or sitting in low plastic chairs, rods in hands, or stabbed into the sand. Lines in the water, buckets of bait by their sides. I detoured around beach towels occupied by sunbathers, eyes closed, luxuriating, doing absolutely nothing at all. And on almost every face I saw happiness. Everything from elation to blissful laughter to quiet smiles of inward contentment. I could feel those states reflected in my own as I walked the 1,200-mile boundary of land and ocean. So this chapter goes on to get a little bit into that, and the simple fact that we're drawn to the edge of the water. We are willing to pay more for that position, whether it's a hotel room rental, dinner, a glass of wine, or a home on the coast. And so through conversations with neuroscientists, economists, real estate agents, people hanging out at the beach, I tried to explore what it is about being by the water that leads us to give whatever we've got in our pocket or our bank account or our future earnings in order to be there. And interesting question, that value that we place on it, monetary value, not just spiritual or theoretical value, but a real monetary, measurable monetary value that I must say it probably amounts to hundreds of billions of dollars, if not trillions of dollars, that water premium that we so poorly understand, that seems to drive our economy, at least part of it. And I was exchanging with emails with a friend in Florida, and got into this topic a bit. and realize that, that pull of the water, that premium, really buoys, floats, supports Florida's economy. Imagine Florida without that beautiful coast and that pull, that premium. Its economy would resemble Mississippi's or Alabama's, or one of the less robust economies in the southeastern U.S. There's something to consider. If you live in Florida in particular, if that ocean goes bad, if you don't take care of it, if you don't take care of your water, and there's an election coming up that has some initiatives, some ballot initiatives on the docket that you should consider. If we don't take care of our water, that premium goes away quite quickly. So last thing I wanted to say in this little update is that I had the good fortune and wonderful opportunity to spend a little time today with my cousin Matt Claybaugh, who's visiting from Hawaii, and his son Xavier, whose middle name is Blue, and he's attending Cal Maritime Academy as a cadet there. And his dad Matt, who's my cousin, came over to visit him, and the two of them spent some time down here with us today and showed him around the slow coast a little bit. They're both in love with the ocean. They're both watermen through and through. Both their work and their play is related to the water, and I wrote about Matt's work a bit in the book, jumping ahead a little bit by referencing Matt, but he's mentioned on page 317, and I also wrote a little article for the Huffington Post about his ocean wilderness therapy program, in which he is one of the world's pioneers in using ocean wilderness therapy as a treatment, along with others, to help young people who are working through major life problems. And so just a shout out to Matt and Xavier, and really glad they got to come down and visit. Give them both copies of Blue Mind to put on their bookshelves and enjoy. So please share any questions on social media or via email. Really enjoying reading the book with you, piece by piece. Hope you're enjoying chapter 3, and more soon. See ya.